for you niggas, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Come on in and smash the like button. Share the video. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel to do anything for us. Miguel gonna be real pissed come Sunday morning. I think so. Let's do this roll call real quick. I want to get into this. I got a lot of things I got to do today. G. McCall, my brother, Enormous Giant Clothing Company, salute, brother. Delano, what's going on? Macadose, Mac of the South, Dal Anderson, Lost from the Jungle. Ratchet since 91, my brother, salute. Todd Swindle, Kane the bad guy. Joe, what's going on, Joe? Always great to see my brother. Rod Neal, Andre Toppin, salute. Eric Myers in the building. Coach Hudson, salute, brother. That's right, let's go. Condo, my brother, what's good? Steve O'Slade. Yes, sir. Don't jump on me. Main biker in the building. Paul Carrick, my brother. Salute. Stormy B-Man. What's going on? 704 Joe. What's going on? All right. I'm gonna be talking about this fight for the rest of the week. I ain't talking about anything else on my live streams. Isolated video is gonna be something different. Brian, what up, Brian? Salute. I want to explore everything. Pros, cons, your fears. So today I want to talk about, will Canelo versus Bud be a cartoon show? Monta Musa, my brother, salute. Will it be a cartoon? Are we being duped? I saw that little the short video that the brother Blue Blood put up. Thomas, what's going on? Gio James, Bronx on deck. With Turkey, he was on I think Bud was on the ladder machine, I think. And Bud told him, thank you. And Turkey said, yo, man, you got to get in there and win and don't retire after that. Something like that. You go look at Blue's channel. Are we getting duped? Let's talk about it. Will it be a cartoon show? Let me, I'm going to drop the link today, Monster Moose. I'm going to drop the link. I went to the presser and I looked at Jermell Charlo. He was calm. He was being, dare I say, professional. And I was proud of the young man. I said, you know what? Yeah, I like this Jermell Charlo right here. This is what I like. He ain't got to be screaming and growling and in character. He's getting his money. He's quiet about it. And I stood next to him. Now, standing next to me, I'm significantly bigger than Canelo. Canelo's a little dude to me. Jermell, I'm still bigger than him, but he was physically bigger than Canelo also. He had a longer reach. I sized him up. I stand next to all fighters. I sized them up. And I said, all right, physically, he got tools. And he's a fighter. And all of this growling that he does, lions in the camp and all this stuff. Okay, I'm like, I hope he brings that on fight night. And they were talking about stripping him as soon as the bell rang when he fought Canelo. I'm like, man, that's not fair. Perfect Black, salute. I'm like, man, that's not fair if they do that. That's not fair. Let him explore his options, and if it don't work out, they love stripping people, don't they? They love stripping people, depending on who it is and why they leave them, why they leave certain people with belts. For example, they did it to Rigo. soon as he went up to fight Loma, WBA stripped him. I said, man, he didn't lose that belt in the ring. Why are they taking it from him? 4 fighters froze him out of an opportunity, man. Why'd they do that? They got to find a way to reprimand these people for ducking, man. That's the problem. Eric Jordan, salute. That's the problem. Reprimand these people for ducking. Do that. But whatever. Whatever. Kawhi Elliott, salute. So, y'all remember Jamel said, hey, man, tell the WBA, don't take my belt. You know, they want me to be up here acting up and screaming. I said, don't give it to him, champ. Y'all remember that? Don't do that. I said, don't do that. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to act like that. Angel, what up, brother? You ain't got to do that. And I was really proud of him. Then we got all the way to fight night. And I was saying, yo, y'all should have saw the memes I had lined up, man. Y'all should have saw the memes. Man, I had some dope-ass memes lined up. Dope-ass memes. Back of the South says, WBA said they were stripping Crawford as soon as the bell rings. The 154 WBA will go to Abbas Basuda. Abbas Bad Basuda. That's what they giving him. They giving the belt to Bad Basuda. From what I seen, and Jamel versus Bad Basuda supposed to happen for the WBA belt. Oh man, look. Bad Basuda. Nobody knows who the fuck that is, man. Whatever, man. These belts have been devalued all. As soon as Turkey came into play, no one gives a shit about belts. No one's fighting about no one cares about legacy anymore. You know, nobody cares. These kids don't care. They say they're boxing fans. You tell them to break down the lineage of these belts, and they just stare at you. They're gonna start smoking a blunt and talking about battle rappers and how fighters we support is trash because they didn't got enough tattoos, or their legs are skinny, or they're too dark, or they're too light, and their mama gonna start twerking when you start giving them an educated answer, an educated response to that. No, son, here's why you need to follow boxing. The history is this. Then their eyes gonna cross and gonna catch a seizure, and their mama's gonna get mad at you. And when you telling their mom, when you ask their mama, where's his daddy at? She gonna cuss you out and start twerking. I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. Trey, what up? Mr. Shelton, salute. I am in the Twilight Zone. So some guy named Bad Basuda is gonna inherit a belt somehow. I don't know what's going on, bro. I'm not, these sanctioning bodies ain't worth a damn. I think actually at this current junction, is this the last? Is this the last? Oh, I got a dick blower here. Let me get rid of him. Is this the last undisputed fight that even matters? I mean, really think about it. These fighters have devalued undisputed. They don't care about legacy. They care about their pockets. So this was the perfect, Bud, what up? This was the perfect storm for Turkey to come through. Plus, those belts that he's giving out when you win, I heard those belts are like 80% gold. Those belts are worth a few $1 million. And I don't think you're paying a sanctioning fee on those. So there's your bread right there. You can fuck off your entire money and say, well, I done blew through $50 million in 5 years. You know what? I got that belt. That's worth at least 18 mil. Let me hawk that. Can't do that with any of these stupid ass WBA, WBC, WBO, the NBA on NBC. Don't nobody care. It's devalued. And now we're getting Floyd versus Mike Tyson. And you know, people are confused. I'm not confused. I see what happened. You know, this is just like people are running around online, women are running around online, beefing and barking on men ain't shit. And men are saying, no, it's not us. Look at what y'all have done from here, and y'all don't want to fucking take accountability. And then we start talking about, yo, look, the roots was in play for the black community since 1965. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to know. They don't want to know about it. Nothing. In order to understand how you arrived somewhere, you have to understand how you got here, what happened. And these hoes don't want to talk about what happened. We're in this situation right now. 20 years from now, when in the middle of a WWE event on a Raw, they open up the night with a real boxing match, you'll be like, well, how the fuck did we intertwine the two? Because this is rehearsed, but this fight was real. You're going to have a group of people saying, oh, well, back in the day, you know, what happened was Floyd Mayweather fought this guy called The Big Show, and that started it all. And I'm going to say no. God willing, I'm alive. I'm going to say no. That's not what started it all. It was Floyd when he fought Conor McGregor. He started it all. And I'm going to say no, that's not what started it all. Then there's going to be some non-black. No. See, I know the history. See, it started when Muhammad Ali fought Antonio Inoki. I did the history. It was actually the GOAT. You see, you got to blame him. And I'm going to say, no. No. You're wrong. And if they have an attention span, if they want to listen to understand and learn rather than hear and respond. This is why I say history is important here. It's very important. I talked about this a long time ago. They've devalued these belts, and these fighters have assisted in that. And apparently, cats, y'all, at birth, y'all grew up on a steady diet of Ritalin and Prozac and Kentucky Fried Chicken and McDonald's. So y'all are on these drugs. Y'all are eating fast food at least twice a week. Y'all really don't understand how unhealthy y'all are. Y'all do know that shit messes your brains up too. But I don't want to get deep into that. This is why my era, we were the last. All you kids that was born, probably from 98. There's something wrong with y'all. There's something like this. Y'all are messed up, man. I mean, I'm being serious. Y'all are messed up. It gets deeper than boxing. But I'm watching how these new cats come in and view boxing, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all don't see, and then when I explain things, y'all just don't see it. No, you don't want to see it. You want to argue. And when I make a point, don't I always say, well, prove me wrong. And that's why I get like annoyed with the guys that are my age or around my age with bigger channels that are purposely being irresponsible. Purposely being irresponsible. Because the 22nd of every month looks so good to them. You're purposely being irresponsible. Quantity versus quality. I don't want 200,000 followers while I'm bullshitting them. That shit is ridiculous. Del Riv, salute. Not 86 in that super chat, salute. He says, salute Drew and salute to the mighty LDBC. And by the way, Coach Hudson, that was a troll. That was a troll. some ugly nigga named Joseph. You know, he was a troll. And that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about the sport, and some ugly big lip nigga named Joseph comes in here and talking about the LDBC. I didn't even read the whole response. I just blocked him. That's how we handle it. Your block, as a content creator, your strongest tool is that block button. I don't have to read what he said. I just blocked him. As soon as I saw the LDBC, I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear what you got to say. Yep. My brother Mark Nash, salute. Nah, I'm not going to make it out there, bro. I'm not going to make it out there. I tried, too. I tried. I almost was able to make it, man, but I got things going on here. The babies, you know, they in school and stuff. I got to be around. I tried so hard, man. I tried. I really did. Go subscribe to my brother Mark Nash, CB in the building. Salute. And go subscribe to Coach Hudson and Freedom's March. Go subscribe to those brothers are solid that I just mentioned. Yes, sir. So, I'm just giving y'all a history. And I'm telling you how this thing, well, the difference between how I'm viewing this and how a 25-year-old is going to view this. Now, I'm asking this question this morning because there's always that possibility. I don't see that foolery and butt at all. I'll know in 2 rounds if it is, though. I'll know. I'll definitely know. Because by round 3 of the Charlo fight, I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And I said, oh, no, man. Kawhi Elliott, that super chat, salute. He said, back on the hunt. Let's work, man. Salute, brother. Salute, brother. Much love, man. Thank you. Bro. Man. By the time we got to round 5 or 6, I was ready to fucking turn the damn thing off, man. Because I knew. I said, butt on the hunt. Yes, sir. Bro, I was so disappointed with Jamel. Oh, all day. All day, Stormy. The thing is, you're so solid that when you say something that goes against what a fanatic says, they get mad. They fold their arms and poke their lip out. But you know what? Growing up, our parents didn't tell us everything we wanted to hear. But our parents, if you had real parents in your life, they told us what we needed to know. They didn't tell us what we wanted to hear. They told us what we needed to know. A lot of times we didn't like it. Feel me? Yep. Yeah, buddy. Mark says Bud got that killer be killed mentality. He's not coming to survive. He's coming to win. And I'm standing with that. I'm standing with that 100%. And you know what it was with Jamel Charlo? I believed in him so much. I wanted him to go in there with that lines in the camp mentality. He physically had all the tools. And he was calm and being professional. And I was like, you know what? I want to see him maintain this demeanor for the rest of his career. I just need him to perform. If he goes in there against Canelo and loses but does his best, I could live with that. I could live with that. And we all saw it. He went in there and didn't even do anything. He laid an egg. It got dropped. I was like, what the fuck is he, man? There's no coming back from that, man. There's no coming back from that. Y'all really don't understand how bad I wanted that for Jamel. Y'all remember, there again, salute. Y'all remember leading up to the what you call the fight, the Argentinian cat. Name is escaping me right now. But it don't matter. I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't matter. Y'all remember the videos I did on that? He's in there chanting USA, USA. The USA chants got drowned out by Argentina, Argentina. You remember? Yeah, Castano. That dude. And there's no shade to him. I'm just telling y'all how Jamel was treated. He did his job. He showed up to fight. He showed up to fight, you know, but you saw what was going on in there, right? So when these cats come over here and say, oh, this guy got a country behind him, and they're saying that on American soil? Fuck y'all talking about? How are y'all not supporting him? He starts chanting USA, USA, and got drowned out by Argentina. And you heard that, bitch? Nobody even wants you here. I put that on loop so you can hear it. Nobody even wants you here. Bitch, what do you mean? What do you mean? And she spoke perfect English, which means she was like third generation, second or third generation. She was American. She's probably an anchor baby. Hopefully Trump ain't straighten your ass out. But I digress. I'll just let that marinate for a second. And told Charlo, nobody even wants you here. What the fuck you mean? Nobody in the country? Nobody in that room? What do you mean? And Mel got the last laugh. Because that first fight was tough. That second fight, he knocked him, he slept him badly. Man, Mel hit him, and he looked like he melted in that ring, didn't he? And I said, that's what I'm talking about right there. I thought we was going to get that Mel Charlo, and what we got was a goddamn statue. And I was so disappointed. I said, man, he laid down, bro. He laid down. Aaron, salute my brother. So now I'm wondering, I mean, it's a conversation to have. Will Bud do that? Is it going to be a cartoon show? I know there's people annoyed. There's people annoyed with, you know, the William Skull fight. I wasn't too annoyed. I said by way of the point system, I think Skull won, but I'm going to mind my business. I'm going to mind my business. Because I know what this is. This is Canelo we're talking about. You can't beat Canelo like that. At all. Terrence Bailey, salute, brother. You're not going to beat Canelo fighting like that. You're going to have to engage. You remember how Gennady Golovkin fought Canelo in the first fight? That's how you beat Canelo, and you still might not get the nod. That's how you beat him. He don't want that anymore. That's why there's no Benavidez fight. Because at this level, at this point, he can't have no close fights like that no more. And I want y'all to understand something. He fought Berlanga. Berlanga was, not only was he not ready for Canelo, stylistically, he would never be ready for Berlanga. So when people, you know, y'all understand that the conversation of what did so-and-so do to get a such and such fight, that's out the window, man. These dudes pick and choose all the time. Exactly, Angel. The Lara fight. He don't want these close fights anymore. Because now he's on Riyadh season. He might not get the nod. Now, I don't know how he ended up with these judges. I already done told y'all about these motherfuckers. Which one of those dudes? Cause they got two of those assholes. Which one scored the fight with Ryan versus Tank? When Tank knocked down Ryan in the second round. Which one of those assholes scored it a 10-9 round? Was it one of these jerks? Man, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Teddy Atlas was going in on those clowns. Canelo's not catching heat for things that he's supposed to be catching heat for. For example, the Benavidez thing, I mentioned last night. He tried to fight Makabu, and then Makabu at cruiserweight. Makabu lost to Badu Jack. He hollered at Badu Jack, said, I want a shot at the cruiserweight. Badu said, all right, let's get it. He said, okay, listen, you got to come down 18 pounds. Badu Jack's not a fat dude. He said, what? He said, man, I'm not doing that. Go fight Benavidez while you're at it. It was all over Twitter. Canelo fans, you're going to act like that didn't happen. That happened. That's not even being strategic. That's him being a duck. And he's not called out on it. This guy is not what you think. He's just celebrated. What do I say about guys like that? Just because you're celebrated doesn't mean you're great. DVO says Canelo's about to be crowned this weekend. Well, the link's in the chat, y'all. Y'all could come up. I mean, let's talk about it. It's boxing. And this dude Canelo is not what he's cracked up to be. He's just been real strategic, and he's old in dog years. But Grand Regent Thrag, salute. Yeah, you want him a 4-week camp. Oh yeah, it was a 4-week camp. 4-week camp. BVO.
Yo, what's going on, man? How you
salute. Love the avatar. That's hilarious.
My bad, I meant to change it.
What you got, brother?
Hey, man, I'm excited to see what Canelo will do, man, because I don't know if people catching on to this, but it seems like Canelo trying to use this to make up for the Floyd win. I keep hearing him on Spanish TV keep saying Crawford is better than Floyd. It's like, I don't know what he's trying to pull, but I see what he's doing. And, I'm a Canelo fan, but this don't make up for losing to Floyd.
Some people just can't get rid of things. I mean, when I was in Vegas, I took a picture with Tommy Hearns, and, I was, being nosy because we was in the same vicinity, and he's talking like people, and asked me how many times Sugar Ray Leonard's name came up, bro. A lot. And I said, God damn, that fight happened before a lot of cats were born.
Yeah.
But, he's not over it.
No.
He's not over it, man. I mean, these guys, they just don't get over stuff. And I understand. But at this point, you got to let some things go. So, you're right. Maybe he's not over it. He's, but look, the only thing similar between Floyd and Bud is that they're Black American. It stops right there. I promise you. It stops right there.
Yeah.
These are two totally different guys. All right. And in the event he beats Bud, I mean, you still lost to Floyd, bro. And matter of fact, Floyd is one of his top 5 favorite fighters of all time. He said it, not me. Canelo said that. So, I mean, this is wild work, man.
I just, and ever since, shout out to my man TD Sports, me and him both was trying to learn Spanish or whatever. Because one thing I found out, these dudes be talking greasy in Spanish, man. Canelo's not a quiet, timid dude at all. He be talking wild. Now that I know Spanish, that nigga be talking crazy. I just think people just didn't know he was talking like that.
Thomas said Tim Cheatham, Max DeLuca, Steve Cheatham and Weisfeld are the 2 judges that are full of shit.
Yeah.
All right, Max DeLuca, I know the name, but no, the third guy, I forgot the third guy's name, but Cheatham and Weisfeld, it may be one of these dudes that scored that Tank and Ryan fight. One of these motherfuckers scored it a 10-9 round. Yeah. I'm like, why would you? That was crazy. That was crazy. but I forgot the third guy's name, but it may have been Weisfelder Cheatham. But that name right there, Tim Cheatham, you can't make this shit up, bro. I don't want that guy anywhere near. I don't want him judging an amateur fight. Real talk. This is disgusting. Monster Musa, salute, brother.
What's up, bro?
Yes, sir. What you got?
What's up, BBO? Sheriff Mac, what's up, little bro?
¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo
Muy
estás,
bien.
primo? Hola.
Está bien, está bien.
Hola.
Buenos días, pato.
BBO, you ain't the only motherfucker that know Espanol is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to tell you.
Ya tú
I
sabes.
speak fluent.
Hey, you know what's funny? When you got a Dominican wife, man, they talk about you like a dog. I'll tell you a funny story. Do you know that my wife's dad is darker than me and didn't like that I was black?
Damn.
Yep.
Fucking tar baby.
In the words
Hey,
of
but,
Two Chainz.
Monster.
Whoa!
Monster. My baby mama, she Puerto Rican and Dominican, but you know I fuck with the Dominican side better. You know,
Yeah.
they dark and they love me, nigga. Yeah.
Hey, I know how you get down. I see you. You already know how we rock.
Yeah. You already know.
My nigga Caton is Panamanian, and that nigga look African.
God.
I'm gonna do you one better. Like I tell everybody, go Google Loiza, Puerto Rico. That's my auntie I'm from. Like I said, I'm a nigga, bro. All that Puerto Rican shit talk about here, nigga. I'm a nigga.
Facts.
Google Loiza, Loiza, Puerto Rico, nigga. Go ahead.
Here go Mr. Shelton.
Hey, and that's my Land King name too.
It's your good night, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, real.
Mr. Shelton, he says, "How about them Niners, Thomas? There they go. There they
God
go."
damn.
Now, how about them Packers, baby? Fuck you mean?
Nah, fuck that. All right, let's stick to the topic, y'all. Let's stick to
Yeah,
the
let's
topic.
go.
What are the odds of this being a cartoon show?
I think the only part of the cartoon show, Drew, is gonna be the undercard, bro. Like I'm really serious about the main event really being something, bro. You know, like I be having mixed feelings, like even with the turkey when we seen Bud training, it's all to me that was scripted, but I don't see Bud as being a pushover for nobody. Like not being a Charlo, none of that. We too powerful for that. We too proud for that, bro. Like I don't see that, bro. Unless it's on the undercard.
Yeah, I don't see Bud going in there.
And like I explained to people, Bud always walking around with a blue ranch burrito chip on his shoulder for nothing. Just because his upbringing from his mom's situation and his dad's situation. Well, not too much his dad, but his mama. You know? And it's like, I got something nothing to prove, but that's how you walk around, though, in my opinion.
I see it like this. The Charlo, and I keep going back to that.
Yeah.
Leading up to that fight, Charlo, his whole demeanor did a 180.
Wait, Drew, didn't I send you a video with Charlo? It was a throwback video when he was telling dude, he ain't in my weight class. That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like you see his whole face, like you said, demeanor, bro. His whole face was crazy looking.
Yeah. I don't see that in Bud at all.
Not even a little bit.
Bud. Bud has just been Bud.
Yep.
And I don't think he's going in there just to collect a check.
Yep.
The bag is there, but I don't think that they sat down behind closed doors and Turkey told them, "Man, look, just lay down for this dude or whatever, and I'm gonna pay you an uncanny amount of money." I don't see that in Bud.
But even if that was a conversation, Bud would never accept that. This me speaking from what am I? What's the word I'm looking for? A confident dude, a very well what's the other word they be using? Conceited. There you go, conceited dude, all of that shit, bro. Like I can't see that now a little bit coming from Bud, bro. Look how he walk around. With no worries at all, bro. Like, no, man, hell no. Not even a little bit, bro.
Monster Musa.
Uh-oh.
What are the odds that this turns into a cartoon show and we get annoyed at his performance? What do you think?
First of all, I've gotten a lot of backlash and hate. I made some shorts I'm gonna upload here soon this week before the fight, but I've got into it with family members, sons, uncles, you name it.
That's what your Canelo fan.
Everybody brought in the race thing. I said, cool, but I took it out of the race thing and just looked at it straight down the middle and compare them side by side. And then I was like, Canelo ain't never called me nigga. I did the Ali thing, and Amir Khan never called me nigga. But Bud has acted like a nigga. And just because you my skin don't mean you my kin. And me personally, I ain't finna cheer for this nigga now. I don't like Canelo or Bud, but I went straight down the middle and took my feelings out of it. And when I took my feelings out of it and looked at it side by side, I don't see how he's gonna beat this dude. Now I hear everybody saying that Bud can do this and Bud can do that, but we know what Canelo has consistently done. And then you can add in the outer factors with the referees, with him getting the all the opportunities and the benefit of the doubt, and what Turkey has invested in this dude. Me personally, I don't see Bud winning no way with this dude. I'm talking about force punches. I just don't see how he can beat this dude. Now, if the gods bless him with a knockout punch, we can go say, who the hell has a knocked out Canelo with one punch? We know Canelo got an iron chin. We can talk about the scorecards. I don't see him winning there. And Turkey's has invested at least $500 million in this dude. So the only way that Canelo can lose to this dude if Bud knocks him out. That's the only way. Other than that, I don't see him beating Canelo none, and I'm gonna go into it more after we get to cooking.
Masa Musa.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask this question. You say he has about $1 billion invested in Canelo. Is it invested in Canelo? Is he invested in Canelo's success, or is he invested in Canelo fighting his best competition and accomplishing something that wouldn't be accomplished if Turkey didn't step into the realm of boxing?
I would say kind of both, staggering, because you seen the William Skull fight. I had William Skull beating Canelo, but we seen what it was bigger than. It's about the money, the views, and what Turkey wants. That's the reason why I say Turkey is a turkey sandwich to me. But it's bigger than boxing when it comes to Turkey and where he places the money, what he wants to see. And if you want to talk about the investment, Canelo, 400 and something million, that's almost $500 million. And then you got Bud over here with just a few million, not even 100. So I'm looking at it in that perspective too. But I don't see Bud coming in there laying down. I think he's going to try to fight his heart out, but it's not going to be good enough still.
So whether it's an organic outcome, in your opinion, the organic outcome is Bud losing, or if we see by the 12th round, we say, okay, according to my cards, I got Bud winning at least 8 or 9 of them things. You think Bud still can't win because of the judging and the refereeing and things that you thinking that everything is stacked against Bud, so he can't win in whatever, no matter what direction.
I'm gonna clear it up again, big bro.
Go ahead.
Only way Bud gonna win, in my honest opinion, if he knock Canelo out. That's the only way he's gonna win this fight. And if he does that, not only Bud has my respect, and I place him in the top 20, not the top 10, but the top 20, greatest of all time, nothing else can be said.
All right, I'm here to listen to the opinions. Let me read these super chats. TD Sports, my brother, in that super chat, he says, what if I told y'all the real winner Saturday night is Mauricio Silly Man? Sounds crazy, right? He got an interim title fight on the undercard and a continental fight. Video coming soon. Yeah, let me know when you post that, brother. Let me know when you post that. Yeah, Mauricio, he's raking. He's a motherfucker cleaning up, that son of a bitch. I'm here to hear everyone's opinion, and that's why I put the link in the chat. I want to hear everyone's opinion. Not everybody's going to agree, so I'm just listening at this point. I'm not challenging anything. I just want to hear it.
Where they get this dude from?
And Monster Musa, you know what it sounds like to me? Your opinion is a bit of I want to say concern, because it's like stylistically, a lot of people say, I don't see Bud winning stylistically. That I could challenge, but the other side is, Stormy hit me up. He said, man, did you see the judges? And I said, no. And two of those assholes.
I'm telling you. If you take everything out of it, the race and the feelings, you got the judges that's already creeped in with this guy. Turkey's investment. We know how they feel about Canelo. We know what Bud can do. And then you coming up, Bo Mac say you've been basically cheating all this time with your weight, but we don't know how you gonna react to this dude. I don't care what nobody said about Bud got power. We've seen Canelo fight these big dudes. I don't see Bud beating William Skull. I don't see Bud beating Belanga. I see him having a difficult fight with McGill or John Ryder. These are just facts,
well,
when you take the feelings out of it.
Well, let me say this. A couple of things, and the brother Eye to Eye said this earlier. I was reading it. I mean, no one questioned Manny Pacquiao. All I hear is he's 8 division champion.
Mm-hmm.
And Canelo's not the biggest dude in the world either. You know, he's just a drug addict. You know what I mean? So we've seen.
He's a drug addict.
I think Bud's gonna win.
They can brutal all in the system. He's a cheater. Always.
I think Bud is gonna win, and I'm not calling it an upset because I think he's all wrong for Canelo. These guys go up in weight, and they could still be all stylistically be all wrong. We talked about that last night. You know what I'm saying? When Evander Holyfield, he was not the biggest heavyweight in the world, but everyone's talking about Mike Tyson. I was saying for years, I said this guy cruiserweight Evander stylistically is all wrong for Mike.
Can I ask
stylistically, he's all wrong, and I think stylistically, Bud is all wrong for Canelo. He's all wrong.
How do you think Bud will fare?
Can I say this one thing?
Against Plant, bro. How do you think Bud will fare against Plant?
I'm sorry.
How do you think Bud will fare against a Caleb Plant right now?
What do you mean?
Now, Monty, you can't answer. You can't ask that.
Look what Canelo did to him, bro.
It don't matter. Those two different fighters, though, Monty.
Look how Plant fought David Benavidez.
Wait, hold on.
Do you actually see Bud beating Plant?
Hold on. Plant slide on his feet, but watch this. You know how Bud will get Plant?
Yep, easy work.
Bud will get Plant Bud will get Plant by round 10 because Plant gasses out. That's number one. Number two. Hold on. Number two, Canelo don't move like Caleb Plant. He's gonna be right there.
Yep.
That's why we can't do triangle theories.
I got a quick question.
In fact, I think Skull and Plant will compete better against Bud than Canelo's gonna do it. That's what I'm saying.
Because they got footwork.
I think the problem. You know who gives Bud a problem? William Skull. No, William Skull will give him a worse problem. Y'all gonna see. William Skull will compete against Bud better than Canelo because Canelo can't move. He got busted wheels. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. Footwork is everything.
But let me ask y'all this.
But Plant was putting the flu flops on.
Can I ask a quick question?
On David Benavidez too, though.
Wait, hold on.
I
Go
don't
ahead,
think Bud can stand up to what Plant got, and I know he definitely ain't gonna stand up to David Benavidez.
Plant already said he don't want no smoke with Bud, never, bro. So get out of here with that, bro.
BBO. Go ahead. You got a question, brother?
Well, my one question is, now I understand the Canelo stuff. You know, he ate a Whopper and he popped dirty, but nobody talks about Roy Jones or Evander popping dirty every time.
I have.
It's
we do over here, bro. Yeah, we do all of that.
I have. As a matter of fact, BBO, Roy Jones is on my show, and we asked him right there.
Yep.
I have. Yeah. All right, Brian Dungy in the building, man. Salute you, brother.
What up, Brian?
You're on mute. Brian, you're on mute. You gotta come off mute. That brother's on mute. Yeah, your brother's on mute. You gotta come off mute, brother.
Once he come off, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, my bad, Drew. I'm at work, man. I ain't want my boss to hear me talking. But I just wanted to call in real quick. I totally agree with my man that was on a second ago. I've been saying it the whole time, Drew. I just don't see no scenario where Bud wins. I understand he can box his head off. I get it, but just like he said, we seen Floyd box Canelo head off. That fight was not close in no round. He got a draw on one of the cards. We seen Bivol box his head off. That fight was not close other than maybe 2-3 rounds. Bivol lost on one of the cards. So not only are you fighting Canelo, you fighting the money of Canelo, what it means for him to win a fight. It's just all the odds is against Bud.
That's a concern. Yes, that is a concern.
Hey, Drew, and that's not even counting, like he said, that's not even counting steroids or not. This is one of the best chins in boxing history. So all this stopping him and knockout talk to me is like almost, it's kind of like asinine.
But
How many times you seen Canelo get work to the body?
that's what I was about to say.
That's a fact, Drew. That's a fact. But I think
Brian, I was just about to say it's a body shot.
Hold on, let Brian cook. Let Brian cook. Let Brian cook.
Okay,
but I just think I think the lack of body work against him is because guys, they fear what's coming back.
Yep.
Like I said, Mel is my man. I understand he turned the lion turned into a kitten that night. I get it. But what's the first thing do y'all remember the first thing he told Errol in the locker room after the fight?
No, I done turned everything off. I turned my lights off in my house. It was crazy.
Hey, Drew, listen. That's my favorite current fighter. So you can imagine how I felt. Like I ain't talked to my kids that night. Oh man, I don't even want to bring it up. But the first thing he told Errol was, he said, that little bit strong. Man, I know Canelo ain't been knocking guys out these past few years, but that power gotta be real.
William Skull said it wasn't nothing to worry about. That's a one.
William Skull
ran for 12 rounds.
But no, not even that. William Skull is naturally twice as big as Bud too, though.
Telling you, William Skull's a big dude.
William Skull showed him his back.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I just wish William Skull would have shot down in his punches. I think.
Yep.
He would. Yeah, I agree.
But I'm like you, Drew. How the Bowes was when he fought Usyk that first time. I think they might have warned William Skull about something. Say, hey, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, Gennady Golovkin shit all over Canelo, man. He fought the dude. He ain't hurt Golovkin one time, bro.
No, he didn't. That's a fact.
He hurt him one time. Not one time.
But do you think Bud can stand there and take that like Triple G?
See what you said right there? You said stand there. He's not gonna.
He's not gonna stand there.
You got to stand in front of Canelo to beat him. Everybody that beat Canelo stood in front of him.
I don't know, y'all.
That's not true. That's
Floyd stood in front of Canelo.
No, Denny Jacobs stood in front of him. Denny Jacobs was walking him down.
Well, Denny Jacobs got his ass whooped. That's different.
Yeah, Denny Jacobs.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what Canelo.
He beat the Brooklyn off
Why
of him.
are we
man.
acting like we ain't see Canelo get his ass beat?
No, we have. Drew, remember I was saying
We
that.
only seen Canelo get beat up twice.
I think he only won maybe if you being generous 2 rounds against people.
Twice, bro. Don't leave. Bro, I'm a big fan of
bro. Listen.
No, we seen Laura.
You can say the Laura fight.
We seen Laura beat him
Once
up.
again, that lost to B-Val. B-Val beat on this man till he was tired.
Yeah,
Do you think Bud gonna do
But
that?
Laura did too much wrong.
I watched Caleb Plant
Yep.
lose the fight because he ran out of gas. He was up.
Yep. 10 rounds. I seen him.
No, hold on. But go back, Drew. Look at the scorecards.
Yep.
Caleb Plant had like 2 fucking rounds in that fight, even though we know he didn't. If you go back and look at the scorecards, he got blown out before the knockout.
I'm agreeing.
Yeah, they're gonna bullshit. Yep.
Hold on. I'm agreeing with
Don't you stand in front of no punch back.
The concern is the judging. I get that.
Right. Okay. Word.
Let me throw this at you though. It's Riyadh season.
It rained.
It's Riyadh season, man. This isn't the WBC. This is Turkey out of sheep. Does he want an organic outcome?
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking, does he want an organic outcome?
I think he's too invested in Canelo. My opinion, he's too invested in Canelo.
What I'm asking you is Canelo the product, or just getting Canelo fighting his contemporaries the actual product? Because I did go to Bud and say, yo, I challenge you if you win not to retire, which means he might have something lined up for Bud, or if Canelo wins clean, he might have something lined up for him.
And that's a fact, Drew. That's what we don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Turkey is the same guy that went to the corner and told his guy he was losing too.
Facts.
Now we getting somewhere. I
don't trust Turkey. I don't trust Turkey, Drew. I don't.
I don't trust that turkey sandwich.
Well,
Big Brother Brian. Hey, listen.
Listen. Let's go here. What if the big play is to get Shiraz a fight against the winner of one of these guys?
Exactly. You
That
see,
is the play.
Up and weight, and he looked damn good.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, Drew. I can't.
Okay.
I wouldn't argue that.
I mean, if you really want to go there,
Well, Drew, let me step in real quick, Drew.
go ahead.
Because after Shiraz won, they was talking about Canelo. You right. You right
Yep.
on that part. Yup, you right.
I'm
Every
telling
interview
you
was about
right now,
Canelo.
at 168, Shiraz is a whole problem.
Shiraz, that was his first fight at 168, right? Or
Bro,
second.
he was
Dude was
properly
huge.
hydrated. I stood next to him in Manhattan. That dude was about 200 pounds. I'm not hearing that. He's
That
6'4",
dude big as fuck.
6'4". He's punching downwards. And I'm
Yup.
telling you, that guy, we haven't seen the best out of that guy yet.
Nope.
He's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And
He should
there's
fight
no way-
overtime, man. If he that good.
There's nowhere for him to go. You got David Benavidez over here. You got Shiraz over here. But right now, Canelo's the old dog.
Yep.
So I firmly believe I think Turkey's like, yo, man, whatever happens, happens. Maybe Turkey said, I'll give you these judges. It's not going to make a difference. This ain't a WBC event or IBF or whatever. This is a Riyadh season. There
Yup.
could be no bullshit here. And
Yeah.
Canelo makes it to 12 and loses on the cards. He has two of his judges. You can't say it was a robbery.
Mm.
You know
Yup.
what I'm saying? Have y'all given that any consideration?
Nah.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
mean, now that you mentioned,
But Drew, can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have we seen? Because I honestly don't know. Have we seen any terrible cards yet in any Riyadh seasons?
Depends on
that's
who you
the
ask.
Shiraz one.
Nah,
With the
that
draw.
shit was fire.
Wait a minute.
Because the dummy whooped his ass.
Oh yeah, that was the bad.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yup.
one.
The Adamas fight, and see, that goes to
There's
your
one more.
point, right? I thought Shiraz lost to Adam, to Carlos
Right.
Adames.
Me too.
Now, that was also the fight when he walked up and said, yo, you down 2 rounds.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Yup.
that's this guy. Now, let me be a dick about it right now. Let me be a dick about it.
And Canelo, that's it. When
Let me
he
be a
fought
dick
Scud.
about it. Let me be a dick about it. I don't give a fuck about that. And this is no shade to Carlos Adames. You know why? We've been getting the fuck put to us on all these other stupid ass events for how many years?
Yup.
So I don't mind Shiraz getting looked out for. I don't mind because Shiraz could fight. All right? So I don't care about that. These dudes look out for each other all the time. All right, so I'm cool. I'm cool on that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think Shiraz is the hidden gun. All right. 168 is gonna be popping. This brother Ole Iglesias,
And Billy and Glaciers, all of them.
this dude, this guy's a whole problem. I ain't speak about him yet. God damn, that same troll. You want to suck my cock?
Janet Beck big ass need to move. No homo. Janet Beck need to move the fuck up too though.
Mm-hmm.
They got to do something.
He gets too much of a pass in my opinion. They tell all our black fighters, "Oh, you need to go up, tell Tank, go fight Devin at 147." And I agree, Drew. But I'm just saying, they tell all of our fighters to move up. While Janet Beck, there's nobody for you to fight, and you just stand at 160 for what? I know that's a little off subject, but he pisses me off.
Nah, he ducking
Man,
down
Janet
there,
Beck
man.
should be a light
That ain't no
heavyweight.
call.
Now look. I feel Canelo got his bread. You know how people was running around talking about, oh man, Turkey losing money, Riyadh losing money, losing. You think this man gives a fuck? He's been throwing this goddamn money
Yup.
around
Since day one.
People don't understand business. For you to get a return on your investment, it's gonna take about 2 to 5 years.
Yep.
All right. This is a slow process, so he's shoving the money out right now to get everyone over here.
Yep.
Now, Canelo's not going to be around. I don't think he's going to be around another 2 years. He's not. All right. So an organic outcome, I think we're going to get that here. I think this is fool's gold. It's something to be concerned. This is just my opinion. I think it's fool's gold. I think he allowed 2 of those goddamn judges to get in. He allowed this referee to get in. Just so the excuses, there won't be no excuses. All right, now Bud going there and gets flatlined. It's boxing. It's boxing. Everyone's expecting him to lose badly. But I don't think that's going to happen. Bud going to go in there and whoop on his ass to the point where if it does go 12, Canelo's fans will say, well, at least we got the judges. No. He's never fought anybody like Bud. So I don't think it's going to be a cartoon show. I've been wrong in the past, and I'll know in about 2 rounds. If Bud go in there and start doing something abnormal, I'm be like, yo, come on, bro. Come on. I swear to God, I'll break my TV. Because I don't see that in Bud. I don't.
But hold on, Drew. I gotta kind of play devil's advocate. I'm like my man earlier. And no disrespect, but I just didn't hear your name. I literally had just got on when you was in the
To my
middle of
Talking
your.
Musa.
about me,
My
Master Musa.
Samusa. My
Oh,
Samusa.
my man Musa. Okay, so, but what? Where is
I
everybody?
went in and out. I had got a phone call. My bad.
Where is Bud? This like fucking alien of a boxer.
Y'all
I
No,
can
just
hear
no,
me?
don't
I can answer
understand.
that. I can answer you that. Because like I said, man, Bud, we sayings, bro. Like, you
Can
know who
y'all
the
hear
people
me?
is, bro. Like, that's what it is, bro. That's what it is, bro. I thought Benavidez was gonna want to beat up Canelo face, bro, but it's about to be
You
bad. That's how long stuff he do. Like,
haven't
yeah.
you haven't heard us talk about Bud at all, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, you know I have, Drew. Come on now, don't do me like that. I ain't no newbie here, Drew. I've been rocking with you, so. But I'm just saying, I feel like not you per se, Drew, but I feel like a lot of people is every time they bring up this fight, it's all about what Bud is gonna do.
Well, let me say this. Bud has made me a believer. And it's been a building process because I was saying that years ago. I'm like, man, what are y'all talking about? How's Bud this killer?
Right.
You know?
That's
And
crazy.
all I did was watch the work. Now, the I don't want to say problem around. Okay, it's my Samusa fell off. Okay, when the problem showed its face when him and Errol started being mentioned in the same sentence, and I just said, hey man, I think Errol's overall better. He's a bigger guy. He's gonna fuck Bud up. And I started talking to people that were around Bud, like physically, like, oh no, I sparred this guy. No, this nigga probably wrestle you. And I'm like, no, hell no. This nigga's 135. I'll throw this nigga somewhere. They're like, no, the rumors are true. This dude is like different. I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. And I started hearing it from different people that don't don't know each other. I'm like, man, some urban legend shit, man. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't listening. Right. And when he fought Errol that night,
My bad, y'all. I had got a call.
that's all right, good brother. When he fought Errol that night, I'm, putting aside the shit that I heard that night. This motherfucker was throwing Errol around in the clinch. He was beating him to the punch, and he was hurting Errol.
Yep.
And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo. And he dominated Errol. And this man down over here. Matter of fact, if they sign the fight again, I don't give a fuck if it's at 160 or whatever. Listen, I'm riding with Errol, but honestly speaking, Errol's gonna have to show me. He's gonna have to show me because Bud was just so dominant. And when I put everything in this perspective, I talk to Stormy every day.
Yep.
And he's telling me about these intangibles. And I said, man, is this true? And then again, Scrapbook Boxing says the same thing. And by the way, Scrapbook and Bud. It's hard for me to go against that. Because those brothers, they know more than I know. When they talk, I listen. And I'm like, shit, well, damn. That's
and Drew.
Scrapbook things like this. Bud got you know how they talk about that it factor?
Mm-hmm.
Bud is fighting like he got 2 cents, a negative 2 cents in his bank account, bro. You know, fight with a chip on his shoulder, and that's just who he is. This man is gonna win because of who he is.
My fucking cousin.
We spoke about stylistically. What I'm telling y'all is Canelo's never faced anything like this before.
Right.
He's never faced. You know who else has that attitude? Like I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm coming for you. You know who else has that? David fucking Benavidez. They got the same aura.
Tell it.
It's the same thing.
Tell
it. And I think that's what's gonna get Bud beat.
No.
Attitude right there.
I'm gonna tell you why
stand right there and fight and get caught.
Hold on.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you why it's not. I'm gonna tell you why it's not. Bud Crawford, he has controlled aggression. Has he made mistakes? Yes.
Green
but
bean.
we're in a fight where he's made that mistake more than once. Everyone talks to me about the Gamboa fight. Yeah, he made a mistake, but had
You
that
know how
shit
old
in.
that fight is? That's an old fight too.
Yeah,
But it
right.
still happened though.
Now, watch this. Let's bring it a little more recent. Everyone talks about green beans. It was a blown call. That was a knockdown. That was a knockdown.
Yep, that was a knockdown, 100%.
Making a mistake, it's called a mistake when it doesn't happen again. He adjusts.
Right.
Now, can he make a mistake against Canelo? Yes. But why motherfuckers acting like Canelo's just one punch knockout guy? He could make a mistake and wobble Bud. But why are we acting like Bud can't do that shit to him?
But why are we acting like Canelo is Superman, like he created by aliens or some shit?
Nah,
you know what
but
I'm saying?
with
like
me,
he don't bleed. We act like Canelo don't bleed. Like he
listen, with me
from another planet or something.
Hold on. My bad. I'm not in that category with that weak shit because, like I said, I'm Bud since 2013 and before that in amateurs, baby.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't in that weak category.
I'm just saying, just like he just dropped. Like
so let me ask y'all this.
He just dropped out
what
the
happens,
sky.
What happens when Canelo beats him, man?
Let Brian cook, y'all. Let Brian cook.
Nah, it's like he just dropped out the sky and Canelo can't be hurt. Any man can be hurt. You feel me? I mean, I don't understand that. I don't get it.
No, any man can definitely be hurt.
The same thing.
Brother hurt him.
He can definitely be hurt, but we've seen Bud catch Mazurov with how many clean shots, and he didn't even make him blink, y'all.
At 54, bro.
He didn't even make him blink.
Stop! Hey, what nobody's not understanding? We're talking styles make fights. Styles make fights. Canelo couldn't do that to Majimov. I'll put everything on it. Canelo couldn't do that to Majimov. Majimov was moving, feigning, moving. Canelo is Frankenstein in that ring. You see how he moved? He's flat-footed. He's Frankenstein, throwing 1 and 2 punches at a time.
And then throw that heavy ass haymaker.
Look at Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia gave Canelo problems. Go back and look at Jaime Munguia gave Canelo problems.
Because he's a volume puncher.
A volume puncher, little young boy gave him problems. Real talk. Young boy gave him problems.
Let me clear the lane. My brother Coach Hudson just slid through.
Salute, Coach.
Go ahead,
Salute,
Coach.
I land my plane.
No doubt, brother. Coach, you're on mute, Coach.
Quay Leonard, facts.
What monster talking about facts? Well, let me read this shit.
Go ahead, Coach.
Can you hear me, brother?
Loud and clear.
All right. Peace to everybody on the panel. Peace to my brother Drew Titan.
Yes, sir.
It is fight week, and you know I am excited. So before I say who I think is going to before I go over the game plan, let me say this. I have to give a shout out to the Mexican people because the Mexican fan base has set an example of how people should be on code. From me being a coach, from me being a fighter, from me watching boxing my whole life, being in and out of the arena, from me watching and preparing for the USA Olympic 2012 Olympics, let me say this. It does not matter who they think is going to win. They go and root for their guy. Now, if they have in-house issues, they deal with it in-house. But when it's time to stand in front of the world, they are unified and on a unified front. It doesn't matter if Victor Ortiz is wrong and headbutting Floyd Mayweather, they're going to call out Floyd Mayweather. It doesn't matter if Margarito gets caught with illegal hand wraps and the whole corner is suspended, the Mexican people are still going to root for their people. It doesn't matter if Julio Cesar Chavez gets outclassed by a slick black fighter. If he pulls off a win, they're still going to stand and say, you know what? Viva la Mexico, or however they say it, they're going to stand with their people. I'm not fluent in Spanish as some of you other brothers, but I don't need to be for this fight because I'm rooting for the black man. Now, for those of you who say, don't put race into it, don't put tribalism to it, you are not in the spiritual moral position to take race out of the sport of boxing. I wish we could just focus on boxing. I wish we didn't have to bring up race. I wish I didn't have to get so passionate about something that should just be about the sweet science. But unfortunately, because of history and what has happened in the sport, pause to the brothers for a second. Over the last 2 years, we have been more disrespected as black men in the sport of boxing in a long time. From the Tom and Jerry BS that we were dealing with, they weren't just talking about one fighter. They tried to put it on all black fighters. And we're sitting here talking about let's not put race into it. When Ryan Garcia goes on a racial rant, a disrespectful racial rant, and says he's not going to apologize, you know who still stood with him? The Mexican people stood. They still stood with him. They still didn't drag him and kick him out the dry. Now, some of them did say, well, he went a little far on that, but they didn't say, well, I'm not going to root for him when he fights a black fighter again. They're still going to root for their man. I know y'all don't like this truth, but let me talk to you for a second, because you are not yourself. There is something parasitic in your mind and in your heart where you have forgot what the hell you're doing. You have forgot how to think like a man that should be with his tribe no matter what. Now, I want to give a shout out to the Ukrainians that come out for Lomachenko. I want to give a shout out to all the tribes that stand with their people no matter if they think their man is going to lose or win. They are there standing with their people. But when it comes to us, for some reason, we have to do all of this. Well, you know, Crawford, and don't get me wrong, I know Crawford done did some things in the past that I completely disagree with. He's done some things in the past. I said, this brother needs to get his mind right. But guess what, family? We're going to deal with that shit later. Because right now, it's fight week, damn it. We need to wake up and pay attention. Now, that's my spiritual view on the matter. Now, to my boxing view, like the brother was just saying, Canelo's not Superman, and Crawford's not Superman either. I believe that the fight is going to come to, does Eddie Reynoso's plan work better than Bomac's plan? Or does Bomac's plan work better than Eddie's? What do I mean? If they were fighting at 147 or 154, Canelo would have a hard time outboxing Crawford. But because Crawford is coming up to 168, and I see Canelo sparring with Boots, I believe that he is not sparring with Boots with the plan to steamroll Crawford, like a lot of us think that he is. Now, people are not going to agree with this, but I believe they are planning to actually box with Crawford because they believe that Crawford will not carry the same speed and agility at the weight he's about to fight at. Now, on the other end of Bomac's plan, I believe the plan for them is to take Canelo into deep water as fast as possible and put on an attack to Canelo's body that no fighter has ever put to his body. Why do I say that? If you look at how they have built up Terrence Crawford's legs, if you look at where Crawford is training in the cold air, getting his lungs prepared to go into what? Deep water. I believe they want to take him into that deep water and actually stop Canelo. What is so crazy about this is the casual boxing fan and what they think is going to happen is completely different from what these trainers are planning. Right. The advantage to the trainers is this. Bomac can give Crawford instructions and Crawford will go out into the ring and do them to the T. Eddie Reynoso, if Canelo gets in trouble, Eddie Reynoso has problems giving direction to Canelo to get him out of trouble. Example, when you go look at Bivol, every time Bivol has Canelo on the ropes, go back and watch when Floyd had Canelo on the ropes. You will see that Canelo, he has a habit of moving his head and he does not move his feet along with it. So he can't figure out why is he still getting hit with straight punches. But we're not going to know whose plan is executed better until fight night. But to sit here and act like either fighter is just going to run over or what, that's not going to happen. And I see Canelo's talent. Canelo ain't no washover. Terrence Crawford is going to have to be perfect every second, every millisecond. But I'm not going to sit here because of whatever transgressions I had with him before this fight. Yes, like our brother said, Canelo never called me the N-word, but some of his fans have. Canelo maybe never has done things himself, but they are guilty by association. The same way if a fight breaks out and your black ass is standing over there in a fight, I'm going to have to jump in because you look like me and I look like you. I'm the flesh of your flesh and the bone of your bone.
Blood on my mama, bro.
But I land my plane there and I love you all.
Love, coach.
Let me get a little bit of this right here.
Get some.
Let me get a little bit of it. First of all, I'm woke. I'm what you call conscious. I meditate. I know about the Gnostic text. I know about the God that made this place. Dollar Broth, you can look him up, and some other stuff that say typhoon. I'm woke. I'm conscious. I'm one of the 0.5% in this world. Now, when it comes to black people, black folk, niggas or whatever, you ain't gonna say that about no YN. You gonna say that about the gang, but you gonna say fuck them niggas. They ain't me. So it's bigger than that. I know how to put all that shit to the side because I'm woke. I'm one of them people who got light down here, and the rest of the people walk around sleep. So I separate myself from all that shit. And even Harriet Tubman said, if more people would have knew that they was free, I could have saved them. She killed her own, she deleted her own husband because he was gonna tell. So all that shit about child, I hear you, the 12 tribes, Israelites, I know about all that stuff, bro. Yeah, Bud is who Bud is. He black, and yeah, Canelo people. The Mexicans might have called this, that, and the third. I don't know how to separate all that shit. And niggas ain't gonna stand when niggas know what we so fucked up. I'm telling you, from my perspective, my opinion, we'll never be together. It's over with on this planet. Down here in this terrarium, under this dome, it's over. The only thing that's gonna save you is acknowledging the gun and take as many of them with you as you can. Now, with that being said, let's get to the fight plan of who we think go in and why the person go in. That other stuff with knowledge, I'm woke and I'm conscious. I get on your channel and go ball for ball with you about this and about that. And I'm very spiritual. But I don't see how this black dude gonna beat this Mexican dude by what he's bringing to the table. That's what I'm talking about.
Have you ever seen Crawford get tired in a fight?
Nope.
I can honestly say no.
Okay, have you ever seen Canelo get tired in a fight?
Between the fourth and the sixth round.
In the fruit.
Okay, so if you've seen that, would you say that's one way that Crawford could beat Canelo?
I can agree with that.
All right, there we go.
But I didn't see Canelo get stopped after he got tired, though. Oh, that's the back end of it.
That's true. But if you can acknowledge that you've seen Canelo get tired, and you're dealing with a fighter that you also agreed that you never seen get fired. Because, brother, this isn't an attack on you. I'm attacking the mindset.
I said, bro.
Okay, well, check it out. Check it out. This is not just about you. This is a mindset that many of our people have. Just like you said, the YNs, we got to say F some of them because of their mindset. So, like you also said, Harriet Tubman said that we have to leave some of them behind. But some of them don't know that they're slaves. They rather sit back. So I understand that with you. We agree with that. What I disagree is the same way you say, all right, this brother has not always acted and behaved like a brother. And I believe, and I agree with you with that. But right now, during fight week, if you want to just stick to boxing, like I said, you're talking about a fighter that you said yourself you've seen get fatigued. We're looking at Crawford. If Crawford can take this man into deep water, this is boxing. This man ain't Goku. He is a man. If he gets tired in there with Crawford, whether it's a 20% chance, whether it's a 40% chance, it's a chance that increases his ability to defeat Canelo. Will that happen? Of course, we don't know that yet. But when you admit to that and you say, I have seen that flaw, I have seen that flaw in the armor of Canelo. You have to take away your personal feelings about Crawford and say, you know what? If he does make that mistake, he's in trouble. The same way if Crawford makes the mistake of getting undisciplined in the middle of a firefight, like we see him when he did with Gamboa, when he did with the Mean Machine, right? If he gets in there and gets undisciplined, Canelo will knock his ass out. I can agree with you right there. But my opinion, my personal opinion, and you're right, a lot of our people not gonna stand together. But I can tell you this, black man, if you was in trouble and you and I was together, I know and I can tell by the spirit in you that I don't got to stand there and talk to you about getting down when it's time to throw down. If somebody jumps on you because you my brother, I'm gonna jump in, and I know if somebody jumps on me because you my brother, I know you would jump in as well.
Are you like that with all blacks?
Hey, can I chime in real quick?
But I'm gonna tell you another flaw that Canelo has too, Coach.
Talk to me.
That people ain't said. Canelo take too many punches and bunches.
Come on.
Can I chime in real quick?
I'm seesawing it both in my head, and I can tell you this too. Canelo, he don't take hooks well or straight punches. Bud good with straight punches and hooks. And Bud can switch hit, and we know that Canelo how he looks against southpaws.
Teach, brother. You teach.
Hey,
but Bud switch hitting is almost like a fallacy at this point. If you look at the stats, Bud has only switch hit. I think the stat is like 2 times in the last 8 years.
My goddamn Mike.
Bud goes in
last one way though.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on one second, y'all. Go ahead. Let me say something real quick. Let me say something real quick. You know, a lot of times fights are won where really the majority of the times the fights are won before you even step in the ring. Most of the times the fights are won before you step in the ring. And I learned this. You know, I'm a ex-military and behavioral specialist. The way we study human behavior. And Mike Tyson won the majority of his fights before he stepped in the ring. Now, Canelo lost this fight. You guys can go back and look at the video when Crawford walked him down. It wasn't just a walk down, but the eyes are the windows to the soul. Mm-hmm. You look at Canelo's eyes when Crawford walked him down. Now, I studied this through the military. They taught us how you look into a man's eyes and you can study a human being. Look at Canelo's eyes. Canelo, he knew Crawford. He's not scared of Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is not scared of him. But he knew Terrence Crawford was not playing the radio. He knew Crawford was serious at that particular time. Now, I'm going to say one other thing, and I'm going to land my plane there. This is going to be set up. I'm looking at the future for this. This is not just fight one. We're going to have a second fight on this.
Come on.
I see Crawford beating him on this one, and I see a towel being thrown in because Canelo's tough. Canelo's tough. And I don't see Canelo getting knocked out, but I see Reynoso and them maybe throwing the towel in. I think Crawford is going to really touch him up.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Drew.
Wait, hold on. Let me say this. Let me.
Okay, my bad, Drew.
My shit was on mute. I was trying to talk because we had a brother in here from the UK.
Yeah,
he fell off. I wanted to get his perspective. But if you're listening, come on back. I see, and me and Stormy talked about this. I see a stoppage. I see either Canelo quitting in the corner, or like you said, Brian, him in there being tough is on good. He might get a cut. You know what I'm saying? And I think you want to factor in a little bit of business. I think Canelo got 5 fights left. What better way to have 2 fights with Bud and then the next 3? I don't know what the next 3 is going to be. But 2 fights with Bud is fulfilling that that agreement. You understand? And I do see 2 fights out of this. And if
I'm
you get 2
telling you.
fights out of this, that only means Canelo's losing. Now, what's the loss of
I'm
Canelo?
telling
He's
you.
lost before. He has a draw on his
telling
record. He has a couple of losses on his record.
I'm telling you.
It's not beyond the scope of reason.
I'm telling you.
That's what I'm saying. The best way to get an organic outcome would be under these circumstances. Under Riyadh season, this is not a WBC event. This isn't this isn't that, man. This isn't that. You understand? It might be a play that the judges are there just to make them. It's a false sense of comfort. You understand? But with all that being said, Bud has the physical tools to get this done. He really does. He really does, man. And,
Can I say something when you're done, Drew?
Yeah, sure. Matter of fact, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I don't want to disrespect you. Go ahead and finish.
No, go ahead.
All right, so, but that's what I'm saying. Exactly what I just said happened again. The last few minutes is only about what Bud is gonna do. That's all I'm saying. I'm all for the black man too. I mean, if y'all already knew, I wish y'all did, because you'll understand how pro-black I am, and that's cool. But I'm just talking strictly boxing. So we're saying a guy moving up 2 divisions is going to be the first guy to stop a guy who we've never even seen get knocked down. We've only seen him wobble once, but Bud is going to go up after his performance at 154. Madrimov, totally different fighter. I get it. I'm just saying that the clean shots, he couldn't even almost hurt the guy. But he's going to go up 2 more weight classes and stop a guy, one of the best chins in boxing history, right? And then on top of that, again, like I said,
With the
But did Sugar Ray Leonard go up? Did Sugar Ray Leonard go up to 170, 175 and knockout? I can't think of the name of that boxer.
Donnie Long, right?
Yeah. Did he do it?
That he wasn't Canelo.
Wait,
hold on. I'm just saying, but regardless, that's a boxer.
You can't say that.
No. How about this? That's what I'm saying.
That's a professional fighter. He's a professional.
We gotta stop this. Yo, Canelo's nice, but this motherfucker is not a god, bro.
No, I get it. Drew, hold on. No, I'm not saying that. Regardless of he's absolutely human, but as a human, we've seen this man definitely have one of the best chins. At least no doubt of this year.
All right,
but hold on, y'all. One last thing.
Can I ask y'all a question? Let me tell you how we're conditioned. And this goes to Coach Hudson's point. I didn't see Filipinos saying this shit about Manny Pacquiao. And they keep throwing in our face that he's an 8 division winner. It's not 8 divisions. Do y'all know that?
It's not.
I ain't gonna get on that. It's not 8.
It's really like 5 or something, right, Drew?
Yeah, he got some 10 titles.
It's 6, but whatever. I'll talk about that some other time. They even got a stat about Canelo wrong, but I'll talk about that some other time. But my thing is this: they never questioned it. A lot of this legend with Canelo is just us over talking it. But I'm gonna tell you what I didn't believe. When everyone kept telling me, no, Bud's different. I said, man, these niggas on YouTube, I ain't listening. But when I started getting on the ground and going to these press conferences and I'm talking to people like, oh, I was in Bud's camp. And I'm like, oh, yeah, really? What's it like? They're like, yo, that nigga's strong. That nigga's strong. And I'm like, he's strong. What does that mean? They're like, no, he's strong. Like you about 230? I'm like, yeah. They're like, yo, he could like fuck with you like wrestling. I said, dude, I know how to wrestle. He ain't fucking with me. He's small. They're like, no, listen. That nigga's freakishly strong. And I'm like, whatever. It's like how they say, like, I don't know how many of y'all outside of Steve L or whatever and Mansa Musa, we met Deontay, like face to face. I'm bigger than him. Like not in height, but I'm bigger than him. And I'm sizing him up like, God damn, how's he? But then when I gave him a handshake, it made sense.
Yup.
I said, yo, this nigga's strong as fuck.
Hey,
and he's like 215 pounds. But when I gave him a pound with his hands, it made sense. I said, "Oh shit, this is why when he hit people, they feel it. You have to. It must be seen to believe." And now I haven't met Bud. I haven't shook his hand or nothing like that. But I've been around people that have been in the gym with him, and they're like, "No, for real." And then I saw that clip. He was deadlifting like 400 pounds.
He did it twice. Did the 490, then he did 455.
And the man was like, he was like 140 doing that. Do y'all understand what that is?
That's what I
Yeah,
logged on
Drew,
to tell you.
that's cool, but they ain't wrestling.
Bro, no. Stop.
No.
Let me take over. Strength and conditioning coach. Let me handle this.
Go ahead.
So first and foremost, the whole concept of Bud cutting weight. Bud is not moving up 2 weight class. He's not draining water from his muscles.
Yeah, natural weight.
He will be stronger. That's the weight he trains at.
Thank you.
Now watch this. Bro, I am all of 180 pounds. I cannot move 450 pounds in a deadlift. That means the amount you can deadlift is the amount you can generate. The deadlift is about pushing your feet into the floor and pulling up. A boxing punch translates to a deadlift because you're pushing off the ground. He can punch harder than Canelo. Period.
Come on.
Period. Canelo ain't been hit by nobody as strong as him. Name the person. You think Bibble is as strong as him? No. Ain't nobody. And first off, who cares about his chin? Your body is different from your chin.
Focus. That's all I'm trying to
That's
say.
what I'm saying. Come on, y'all. Y'all accepting this as a real argument that he's hitting harder than Canelo, and nobody
Did y'all hear
Canelo
what
ever
Triple
fought.
G said?
Triple
Did
G,
you hear what
none of
Triple
them.
G said about Canelo?
So Bud
Did you hear what Triple G said about Canelo 2 days
Come
ago?
on, man.
Did you hear what Triple G said about Canelo 2 days
for the
ago?
longest, right?
No, I did. Drew, what he say, Drew? I really did.
Did you hear what Triple G said about Canelo 2 days ago?
No, what he say?
He said Triple G, go on YouTube. Triple G said Canelo punches is just not all that. He said he
also
couldn't
said
take
he
him
would
out.
fight Andre Ward and
Let me step
He said his punches wasn't all of that. Go on YouTube and look at his interview.
Here's why that's so. All right. Canelo's a sharp, fast, accurate puncher. That don't mean he's powerful. All right. Does he have some power? Yes. But being sharp and accurate, that's how do you think Jaime Munguia got knocked out by that? I keep forgetting this dude's name. Because he got hit with something that landed first. I could throw a punch at 10 miles an hour and you bobbing in the wrong direction at 50 miles an hour. You just got hit by 60 miles an hour, and I can only have 2 knockouts with 40 fights. It's science. Canelo's an accurate puncher. He has excellent head movement, but watch this, y'all. Who says the fight's gonna be won by headshots? I said yesterday, don't even bother trying to hit Canelo in the head. It's not going to work out. You hit him in the shoulders, you knock him off balance. What happens when Canelo gets touched to that body, knowing that he runs out of gas between rounds 6 and 12?
then his footwork, which is already trash, slows down.
That's what I'm saying. He's going to be a mobile. The target's not going to be mobile. He's going to be standing there, and he has great head movement. Canelo's nice with it. But we can't act like Bud doesn't have a remedy for that. We've seen what gives Canelo problems. And when he feels he's down on the cards, what is Eddie Reynoso going to do as a plan B? Because I've never seen Canelo with a plan B. Can y'all name the fight when he was down on the cards and outside of scoring a knockout late that he had to change something up? Name the fight.
Plant was whooping his butt.
He was losing to Lara, and I thought he lost the fight. He got a gift on the cards. Canelo, he beat Plant, but not because he did anything different. Plant ran out of gas.
Yep.
All right. He got a gift against Austin Trout, in my opinion. They just took that knockdown and ran with it. Austin Trout was beating his ass. Floyd Mayweather, he couldn't throw a rock into the ocean. There was no plan B. And on, I don't know why Reynoso is hailed as his coach, especially since half his team, all of his team, 90% of his team popped dirty. He's not a good coach. Triple G, he didn't change anything.
Nothing at all.
When he got the draw against Triple G, why didn't he implement what he did in the second fight, what he did in the first fight?
Because he was on steroids.
He couldn't separate himself. Now, he won the second fight convincingly, but Triple G was already on the decline. You got to understand, we understand what fighters give him problems. Why didn't he fight Boo Boo Andre?
Yep.
Why didn't he fight Jamal Charlo? Before we knew he had head problems. Why, when he decided to fight A Charlo, he fought the smaller one? This guy a portion of this legend behind him is a farce. And I think that Bud has the
Say it
tools
again.
to
Say it
bring that
again,
about.
Drew.
It's a
Say
farce.
it again.
This legend behind this dude is a farce. It's a fallacy.
Thank you.
A large portion of it. We celebrate him. But I think Bud is all wrong for him. He bring it. I need y'all to understand what Black Martial Arts Society said is 100%. When you throw a punch, and I know Coach knows this, I know Black Martial Arts Society. If y'all in the chat, y'all boxed before. When you throw a punch, where does your power come from? The foot to your glute, up your hip to the fucking hand you're throwing. You're pressing off the ground. So when I saw Bud doing that deadlift, I said, "Oh shit, the power makes sense."
Yep.
It makes sense. I'll give you another example. Felix Trinidad's physique didn't match his power. Now I know there was some shit about his gloves. I heard all about it. But he was throwing that left hook wrong, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that. He was throwing it wrong. He put all his weight on his front foot. Watch his fights. And I'm like, what the fuck? But for some reason, he was generating power from that left hook. You understand? It didn't make sense. Deontay Wilder. These guys were just like, there's certain things they did that made them freaks of nature. Deontay Wilder. The power you're looking at, I'm like, how's he knocking out guys 50 pounds heavier than him? He was doing it. And then when I shook the man's hand, I said, oh, okay, I get it. I understand. Roy Jones Jr., he did everything wrong. You cannot train a boxer to fight like Roy Jones. You will get him fucked up all day long. But for some reason, Roy's jumping in. His jumping left hook was faster than most people's jabs. And when that shit landed, you felt it.
Yeah, clip.
Bud is on that level. And I know it's hard to believe because of the hype, capital H, hype behind Canelo. But we're acting like this guy doesn't have kryptonite.
Like I said, Bud about to break this nigga ribs and he go sit the F down. I don't got nothing else to say about this. I don't care about no face shots, chin shots. This body is about to get destroyed, bro. Like
here comes our good brother.
Bro, you gonna see,
brother.
Tell you.
Let me read what this brother says. The young brother.
You see,
we got to be patient with our brothers. He says, "You have it wrong, Drew." Okay, what do I got wrong? He says, "True power is born, not made." Okay, I agree with a portion of that. He said, physiologically. All right, brother, you using words now. You gotta be careful. If it stems from fast twitching fibers in certain parts, certain parts of one's body. Stop speaking on things you don't know.
Can I answer that?
He got that from Chat GPT. He got that from Chat GPT. He got the verbiage wrong.
I mean, come on, young man.
He got the verbiage wrong.
All right, you got to be patient. He's 18 years old, y'all. He's still mad at yesterday.
So he got the verbiage wrong.
Yeah, all right. He's still mad at yesterday. Look,
he got. That's the guy who took an hour from us.
Yeah, exactly. I never said punches aren't born. Punches are born. If you was listening, I just told you I met Deontay face to face, and when I physically felt his handshake, everything made sense. I said that. I just gave the Felix Trinidad example. I just gave the Roy Jones Jr. example. But when a boxer comes in off the street, Coach Hudson, when a guy comes off the street into the gym and you ask him to hit a bag, what is the percentage that he hits the bag wrong? Focus ball, tell me. Coach Hudson, tell me. What is the percentage?
About 95%.
Thank you. They hit the bag wrong. The first thing you tell them is, whoa, don't do that. You're going to break your wrist.
Yep.
And they don't understand that. How many times you see a novice hit the bag, and it'll be a big, strong, athletic dude. He hit the bag, and then he grabs his wrist. Like, oh, shit. Yeah, you know why that happened? Because you hit the bag wrong. You gotta show them how to throw a punch. Yep. So a person could be naturally strong, like a Deontay Wilder. But if you don't punch right, what's the point? That's like having the best looking gun in the world, but if you ain't got no ammunition, you have a glorified paperweight. We know this.
Or don't know how to use
it.
They
teach you in the military with hand-to-hand combat. If you don't know how to throw a punch, you in trouble.
You in trouble.
And
so big throwing. Trust me, brother. I don't need your assistance on that. All right, that was a nice little cute shot you fired at me. Be careful. You ain't got a range yet. Be very careful, young man. He's 18, y'all. Be be sensitive with him. You know, God bless him. Young
he's
man.
18.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. Punches are born, yes, but you can have a guy bench pressing. I just threw up 4 or 5 on the bench yesterday. This changed my max. I just did it yesterday. But if I don't know how to throw a punch, it's not gonna matter. How many big, super duper, brawler looking dudes walk into a gym and get their ass beat by a guy that they outweigh by 100 pounds? I've seen that countless times. Coach said he's seen it every weekend.
You remember Big Bob Sapp, MMA dude?
Thank you. Perfect example.
He used to get his ass lit up.
Perfect example.
Bob Sapp is the scary looking bouncer at the club with muscles up to his ear. But if you get him in the gym, you will kick his ass. Because he was huge. I say it respectfully, the brother can't fight. He's just big and strong. And if he gets hands on you, he can throw you around. But what happens when he put his hands on a jiu-jitsu expert? He couldn't throw them around, and he got choked off his back. It was crazy.
Yeah,
he's about 6'5", all muscles. He's menacing looking, but the boy can't fight. So punches are born, but you could be strong and not know how to throw a punch. So figure join, please. Okay, I'll let you.
So leave me alone about that size and all of that.
Well, who was the guy who's on the panel who was asking the question about the chin thing? Canelo having a strong chin.
That was our brother Dungee, Brian Dungee. That was our brother up there.
All right, so he posed a good question because there are casual boxing fans who are watching who are saying, you know what, he has a good point. We saw Triple G hit Canelo with his hardest shot, and Canelo didn't even flinch. Correct? Now let's get into the science part of this. Now everyone on the panel has acknowledged that Canelo gets tired around the 6th, 7th round, right? We all can concur on that. Now, the debate shouldn't be, does Crawford punch harder than Canelo? Because it doesn't have to be that. Does Crawford punch hard enough to get the job done should be the question. Crawford, if you all go and watch the last video of him and Bo Mack training, Bo Mack is having him do body shots over and over again
and move around.
They are planning on taking an aggressive attack to Canelo's body. Now, some people are probably trying to think, okay, well, let me think of another time in the sport of boxing where an aggressive attack on a body actually worked when it was a smaller fighter versus a larger fighter. If you all go back and watch Ward versus if you all go back and watch Ward versus Kovalev, you will see how that game plan can be implemented and how it can work. We already know that Canelo's not going to be super fast. Crawford might not be as fast as he usually is, but what do we also know about the sweet science when it comes into the ring with Canelo? Canelo does not like being turned. So what do I mean when I say turned? Excuse me. So if you go and watch Canelo when he's shadow boxing and he slips, he rarely slips and does a check hook and changes feet. He's usually always slipping off the straight line. That is why if you all go back and watch when Bivol, that could have stopped Canelo, I don't know why he didn't press on the gas, but Bivol, when he was hitting Canelo with straight punches, Canelo slips to the right, left, he does a pull counter, and then he goes back with his feet. He does that again and again and again. He's been doing it the last 12 years. If Crawford is able to turn Canelo, and in the middle of turning him, he doesn't even have to switch. If he just turns Canelo and can punch hard enough to get down into that body, family, understand this. Drew Titan, brother Drew, how much you weigh?
225.
My brother Drew weighs 225, all right? Coach Hudson is a little guy. I weigh about 150, all right? If brother Drew and I are in the ring, all right, and I'm able to not allow Drew to hit me with his hardest shot after about 10, 15 minutes, and we're going, Drew's going to get tired. I don't have to hit Drew hard as he hits to his body for him to say, damn, I got to take a knee. because he is having to work, but because of the shape I'm in, I take him into what we call deep water. So if Crawford can do that, that's the same thing Ward did with Kovalev. If he can take him into deep water, what does deep water do? I want you to imagine that your body is submerged in the water. It's not just about you being tired.
Hey,
if
Coach,
your body is submerged,
not to cut you off, my muscles will betray me.
Exactly. Your muscles will betray you. So if your body is submerged in water, family, can you swing as hard as you usually can if you're out of the water? No, you cannot, because now everything has slowed down because you are in this deep water, and that's when the mistakes happen. And what Canelo cannot afford, because we can talk about Crawford. Yes, Crawford has to be perfect for 12 rounds, but you know who else has to be perfect? Canelo has to be perfect, because if Canelo thinks that he can make mistakes and get into that frustrated zone, I call it the frustrated zone of the Eddie Reynoso camp. Anybody that Eddie Reynoso trains, when his fighters gets frustrated, he has literally no plan for any of them. And if this happens on fight night, and Crawford smells blood like a shark in the water, it is a wrap for Canelo, and it can go vice versa.
You know why a lot of people hasn't knocked out Canelo? Why he hasn't got a knockout? Because Canelo saw a lot of the punches coming. And when you see a punch coming, you can brace for him. And if you notice when Crawford, a lot of his knockouts, you don't see the punches coming. Look what he did to Spence. Spence did not see those punches coming. Those are the punches that tear your ass up.
Thanks.
And that's what's going to happen to Canelo. Canelo's not going to see a lot of those sharp, fast punches coming.
I don't know why cats keep thinking that Canelo's going to dominate in that clinch, man. I don't get it. Y'all going to see.
True.
Going to be people in that super chat. He says, question, if both men were naturally the same weight at 147/168, who would you pick to win based off of what criteria? Then there is your winner naturally. And everyone's talking about Bud moving up to this weight. Why y'all acting like Canelo didn't come up from 47 himself?
Oh my God, I wish they stopped.
Come on, man. I'm telling you. This is not a mismatch. And when Bud wins, it's not an upset.
What do Bud walk around at, Drew?
Huh? What's that?
What do Bud walk around at?
Bud probably walk around at 180.
Yep. About 180.
Easy.
Okay, so
he's a gym rat, bro. He's a gym
so
rat.
he's not cutting 1 million pounds for this fight, right?
No, he was cutting to get the 135 and 140. He was cutting down there.
Yeah, so that's my point. Yep. That's my point.
Now check this out, Drew. Drew, you just said something about the clinch that people are sleeping on. If everyone goes back and watch Usyk when he prepared for Fury, Usyk did grappling training. Now, some people are like, well, why was Usyk doing grappling training for a boxing match? If you don't know anything else, if you've ever wrapped up with a wrestler, you will know that strength is like no other strength on the planet. It ain't like football strength. It ain't like lifting weight strength. It's like wrapping up with a bear. Now, for those of you who know MMA and you know about Khabib and their team,
That's my guy.
Some of the greatest wrestlers in the world. One of his fighters was in the gym with Crawford a few years ago. Crawford folded him up like it was
like a baby.
So if you all think that Canelo is just going to be clinching and being successful getting up under the arms of Crawford, you are deeply mistaken.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I keep saying it, and I know people don't want to believe it for whatever your reasons are, but I'm beyond emotion at this point. And you know, I've been quite critical of Bud. I told y'all before, you know, Bud, he hasn't been on any of our panels. In fact, you know, Bud has been quite the asshole from a few years ago. But I'm not on that. That shit over with me. That shit over. He hasn't been perfect. But the call is out, man. The call's made. This fight's happening.
Yep.
And I know what side of history I'm going to be on. And
Drew.
I don't give a fuck how he feel about me. Or I'm beyond that because I know what this means. Because I know how. Listen, the legends of the sport, they critique Canelo. But at the end of the day, I know where their heart is. Viva Mexico. And I'm not mad at that.
We don't know how the Most High might deal with his heart after this fight. You know what I mean? He might change up. Most High may deal with his heart.
He might, it is what it is. But I'm gonna tell you this: right now, this whole week is Viva Omaha. I don't give a fuck.
You know, I'm a Midwest. I'm a Midwest dude.
All we got
Drew,
is up. Yeah,
you remember when I predicted Spencer Earl fight, right? I kind of called that to the T too, bro. Like, I'm not playing when I say break his ribs, bro. He about to break this dude's ribs. The left rib cage is about to get broken, bro.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious, bro. I think I'm playing. I'm not.
And trust me, supporting your own, putting that aside, looking at it. If I really felt that Bud didn't stand a chance, I'd say it. I'd be like, man, I'm rooting for the brother, but this ain't gonna work out. I'd say that.
Yeah.
But
what y'all think about Thomas Taylor, referee?
Yeah. Nothing.
Just make sure that nigga stay out the way. That's what I think about. Tell him to stay out the way, bro.
Look, after what they did to brother Deontay, nothing. I don't trust judges. I don't trust referees. I don't trust shit. And I don't. It's not. Look, if Bud needs a stoppage, I think he has the tools to get it. That's what I'm leading with. And what Coach Hudson said was 100% accurate. You're not gonna hit Canelo in the head. You saw what Bomac was doing. They're working on taking those ribs away from him. That's what they're doing. And then, on paper, when you think about it, the side. Bud bigger than this dude, man.
I wish they stopped that shit.
Bud's bigger than this dude. You know what this reminds me of? I wasn't born, but my uncles were around. My dad was around. And y'all seen documentaries. Go back today. For those of you, figure drawing, I have an assignment for you since he's the young man in chat. Figure drawing. Go look at the documentary Muhammad Ali, a.k.a. Cassius Clay, leading up to the Sonny Liston fight.
Yeah,
When Angelo Dundee said at this first stare down, do y'all remember what he said? He said, holy shit, we got the bigger guy.
Yep.
But Sonny Liston was knocking people's teeth out with jabs. And he was scared. He was a scary dude. He worked with the mob. He was beating the shit out of people. He took Floyd Patterson and balled him up and threw him out the damn ring. He was fucking people up. And here come the Louisville Lip, Cassius Clay. He would not shut the fuck up. And he was talking, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, man, this dude going to get punched out. That's Sonny Liston over there. And at the stare down, Angelo Dundee said, yo, then you remembered Ali was 6'4" with this long ass reach, and he wasn't afraid. And with cheating and all that, he made Sonny quit.
He was tougher than Mike Tyson.
He was. He made him quit.
He was tougher than Mike. Sonny was
now
something else.
We done said we might get 2 fights out this thing, right? Now it's funny how history may repeat itself.
Yep.
Now I just told you, I could see Canelo quitting in this corner, whether he has a cut or his ribs broke or his trainer saying, yo, look, no more. You tough, Canelo, but no more. Now, the second fight, what happened with Liston and Ali? Slept him in the first round, right?
Yep.
He wasn't asleep. Sonny just said, I ain't getting up to fight this guy. This nigga crazy. Now, if Bud gets that up off of Canelo, who's the favorite going into into a rematch? Bud. And Bud might do him worse. He might do him worse. Canelo's never faced anyone like Bud. It's going to come down to temperament. He's not the smaller guy. He's the bigger guy. Mentally, he's the stronger guy.
But you know what's diabolical about this? When Bud beat him, it's going to be, you're going to get a lot of rhetoric about Bud on PEDs. The excuses is going to be diabolical.
I'm prepared for that.
I'm going to be unhinged.
Prepared for that.
It's going to be diabolical, man.
I'm going to reshare 3 years ago when I noticed Snack, and I watched Victor Conti attack Errol and he was attacking a lot of PBC fighters, and I said, yo, who is he? This is Mr. Balco right here? Wait a minute, Snack, he's fucking with boxers, and I asked everybody, are y'all cool with this? And they basically told me to shut the fuck up because he was on PBC's bumper. Well, nobody popped into PBC, and nobody popped under Snack. So I left it alone. So I don't want to hear it today. That's what I'm telling these niggas. Because Bud's over there, Devin's over there. Y'all got something to say? Well, who else is over there? David Benavidez over there. Caleb Plant's over there.
Hey,
so I don't want to hear it. Ryan Garcia was over there. So I don't want to hear it now. So I'm prepared for all of that.
I don't want to call out no boxing channels, but boy, there's some boxing channels, man. They need to shut them down.
Yeah, well, I want them to talk because we're going to know Sunday morning after midnight. We're going to know. We're going to know. And figure drawing, you said you got 8 stacks on Canelo.
Had the same energy.
All right, cool. All right, bro.
Now,
make sure you show up. Win or lose, make sure you show up because I'm gonna speak on it regarding because I love the sport. But I got Bud. And we talking this shit all week.
Who did you all say was reffing?
Who was the
ref? Thomas. What did I call? Man,
Thomas Taylor?
Thomas Taylor.
Now, Thomas Taylor gonna let him fight. Thomas Taylor, he not gonna let him clinch too much, but he gonna let him fight. As long as it ain't Harvey Doc, I'm good.
Yeah, Thomas Taylor.
I'm good.
Good Lord, Harvey Doc.
Harvey, listen, man. Last time I watched Harvey, refs, I almost broke my TV effing around with Harvey, man. I can't stand when he ref.
Peanut head ass nigga.
He's being away, like, bro, you not in the fight. Your job is to ref. What are you doing?
Acorn head ass nigga.
You know what I mean? That's why I'm not gonna lie to you. When Ryan was fighting Dev, and Ryan kept doing that fake Philly shell and turning his back, man. Hey, look, man, I wanted Bill to tell Dev, hey, man, you see Harvey ain't doing his job. The next time he turned his back, man, bring your hands down, and when he turns around, don't let Harvey get in. Wait for Ryan to turn around and F him up. Because Harvey, man, is just in the way. Because you think what Harvey does is Harvey will get in the way. And you thinking that Harvey's about to stop the action because he puts his body like he's about to, and then you get hit in your damn mouth because he actually doesn't stop the action. Now, Thomas,
hey, fellas, I gotta go make the donuts. I'll holler at y'all later.
I love, bro.
Salute.
Peace. But yeah, I think Thomas Taylor's gonna do a good job as long as he ain't on the take, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I personally believe this is just my salute, Rachel. This is personally just my belief. I think that they put familiar faces in there to make Canelo feel comfortable. I just got to do just enough to win. But when he realizes in the fight, those judges, you know, it's something to keep an eye on. But I think that's fool's gold. It is just me. I could be 100% wrong, but I think it's fool's gold because if it goes to the cause, I think Bud will have such a lead and he'll get the nod. If his fanatical base is screaming, if Canelo's fanatical base is screaming robbery, they're gonna be like, well, man, look, he had a ref in there and he had 2 judges. Man, what are we talking about here? He just got his ass kicked. Run it back. I think this is a 2-fight deal because Bud is he's gonna school him. And then what I'm prepared to hear is, oh well, you know, Canelo's old, man. You know, he's the end of his career.
Man, they're the same age. Shoot.
You know, and dog years, Canelo is old, and that's another reason why I'm saying this is not he did not want this. If he didn't want David Benavidez on the way out, he definitely didn't want Bud on the way out. But he got to do something. This is not John Ryder. This is not the Caleb Liam, whatever the fuck. This ain't James Kirkland. This ain't even Danny Jacobs. This ain't Caleb Plant. This is different.
I'm gonna say something else too.
Go ahead.
I see Bud getting dropped in this fight.
Yep, I was gonna say that.
It could happen.
Yeah, right. That shit can't happen. Not even a little bit. It's not gonna happen.
Look, possibility. You know what?
You know what I'm saying? I'm here. You know.
Yo, Bud been dropped, but what was the result?
If he get dropped, I see it being between 1 and 4. But I also can I say this though?
Go
I
ahead,
also seen him dropping Canelo for the first time in this fight. I can be
can we
honest
say
on what I see. I actually got all my stuff wrote down.
is it a possibility that we see Canelo like hurt?
Yep.
For the first
I
time,
was,
like
I'm
for the
gonna
second
say
time.
this again, but
Go ahead.
I between 1 and 4, I see Bud getting dropped. Between 3 and 6, I see him either dropping Canelo or pausing the action.
Come
Well,
on.
Masamusa, you've been saying a whole lot of things today because you ain't one of your mother-loving glasses, bro.
Man, come
You've been
on,
saying the
bro.
wrong things, bro. You keep saying, I see this, I see that. Man,
I'm gonna call you later on in this worry about it.
already.
So this
Hey,
might sound crazy, but what's been playing in my mind the last few weeks, if you take Andre Ward versus Kovalev, the first and second fight, and you merge them together,
Yes.
I think that's what this fight is gonna look like.
Now you see what I'm talking about.
See, I do you one better because I've been comparing Bud to Andre Ward's like they body shots, bro. Because he learned a lot from Andre Ward, bro. Them sniper body shots Bud be throwing like when they in the fights, bro. That's all Andre Ward, bro. And I go off the Kovalev fights too. Because like when you brought it up earlier, I knew exactly what you're talking about, like Ward and Kovalev. Watch, and you hit it right on the head, bro. But go look how Andre Ward body shots is and look at Buzz, bro. They like the exact same, bro.
Yeah,
like the sniper shots to the midsection, all of that, bro.
If Bud can take Canelo 8 or 9 rounds, I see it being a little bit difficult. But I think Canelo is going to be dangerous from 1 to 6. And that's why I see Bud has to be careful and try to pick up on the back end instead of trying to fight him on the front end. If that makes sense.
Coach, didn't I say Canelo get tied by 6?
Yep, you sure did.
Yeah, that's right. That's the magic round right
That's
there.
to be smart.
It's going to be a chess match, first 2 rounds. Third rounds, Canelo's going to try and smash the gas. It's not going to work. All right. Bud's going to feel him out. By round 5, end of round 5, he's going to turn the tables on him. Round 6, Canelo's going to try and walk forward. Ain't going to work. He's going to try and muscle on inside. Ain't going to work.
So, bro, the
He gonna
only
know he's
reason
in a
why I
gunfight.
think it's going to be more action because, like Coach said, the Tom and Jerry thing, and I don't think Bud is going to run like Skull did. That's why I'm giving it that closer time.
Most
Not at
definitely
all.
not. Most definitely
He's
not.
not going to run like he did. The thing is, he's expecting that. And when he gets some shit thrown back at him, that's when Canelo's... Watch his face, bro. You're going to watch Canelo's face. When Canelo gets this look, when something misses him or something like touches him, and he backs up like, you know what? I better not be there for that one. I better not be there for that one. Look at his face. You're going to see. You're going to see.
I don't think it's going to be no boring rounds.
Nah.
I think the first minute, 30 seconds after that, I think Canelo's going to press him, and Bud may stand his ground, or he might land something on Canelo. But somebody's going to fall within 1 or 4 rounds. Me personally.
I tell
even
you
got
what,
a bet on that. I got a bet that Bud is going to get dropped in the first 6, meant the first 4 rounds, and I got another bet that says Canelo is going to get dropped between 1 and 6.
If Canelo doesn't make Bud respect his power early, that's a grave mistake because Crawford gonna go crazy. But hey, Drew, I want to ask you something.
Yep.
If you could bring any ref back, what ref would you want ref in this fight? Because you know who I got in mind.
Let's get it on.
Hey, Mills Lane.
R.I.P.
Yeah, Mills Lane, yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Boy.
I used to be like Steve Willis, but that
last year,
tank
that last
fight
year he
didn't
pulled
for
that
me no
tank fight, he quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't
We
like
got-
Tony
we got,
Reese no more either.
We got a visitor from across the pond. I know he was here earlier. I know we were all talking. Crawford by UD, man. Salute, brother. Can you hear?
What's up, mate?
You there?
I heard him.
Yeah, I heard him. Crawford by UD, you there? Brother said he's a British analyst. You know, give him a little. Yeah, Thomas. Steve Willis burned the bridge with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he burned the bridge with me. I used to like him, and I don't know what the fuck kind of time he's on.
I like Tony Gonzalez, my dude too. I met him in New York. I like Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah,
but I would love Mills Lane. I'm
Yeah,
fair,
man.
but I'm firm. Would love to bring him.
Mills
back
Lane.
to this, man. He was.
Remember Mills Lane did Celebrity Deathmatch too.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
man. Hey, that was a
Mills
mean
Lane
little
so
dude.
popular, they put his ass in the video game. That's how
Yeah.
popular.
He's a real judge, all of that. I seen him when he's judging too.
Hey man, Mills Lane didn't take no BS. You was not gonna act up in no corner with Mills Lane in the ring, man. Listen,
He's like a good 5'4".
yeah, mean little dude, but he let you fight though.
Yup. He told Mike Tyson, he said, "Bullshit, man, you bit him. Fight's
Yeah.
over. Get
Wasn't
out of
scared
here."
of nothing.
I was like, "Oh man." Mills Lane was that guy. But listen, man, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. I gotta get my day started. Man, salute to everybody that was on the panel, man. Salute to you, man. Yo, Coach, let them know how they can find you, good brother.
Hey, you can follow me at Coach Hudson on YouTube, Coach B Hudson. Peace to the panel.
No diggity down. And we cooking on this all week. I'm gonna open up the panel tomorrow too, man. So everyone.
Hey, Drew, can I get one final word real quick?
Go ahead, go brother. Go ahead.
I just want to say, I hope everybody's right. I hope the smaller guy's gonna go break his ribs, knock him out, and stop him. I really do. I hope everybody's right. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
listen, what James Brown say? Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. So believe you me. hey, Drew. Believe you me, I want the black man to win. I hope everybody's right. Y'all kind of changed my thought process on the fight, but I hope everybody's right, man.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. Listen, and I know a lot of it is out of concern. I know.
Right, right.
But the brother's gonna fight. And honestly, this is no shade to Canelo. But we just as on quote as his people are, and I respect it. It's all good.
Thanks.
It's all good. But salute. I think the general's on. Let's head over there. I think he's on. Let's head over there.
Yeah, he is.
Ben Moselle, Cash App, man. Let's keep the ball bouncing, and we'll be back here tomorrow, man.
Peace.
Have a great day, fellas. Have a great day.
Yes,
Yep, y'all too.
Yes, sir. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.